Are you preparing for the CAT exam and wondering why synonyms matter so much? Learning synonyms can potentially increase your CAT percentile, as a strong vocabulary is an important component of the verbal ability and reading comprehension section of the CAT exam. Every year 3 to 4 questions comes from vocabulary. By knowing synonyms, you can better understand the meaning of words in context, which can help you answer vocabulary-based questions with greater accuracy. Here is what we will cover in this video: definition and importance of synonyms. Then we will look at strategies to approach synonym-based questions. Then we will see most common synonym-based questions in CAT. After this, we will see synonyms and importance of understanding word types. And finally, we will look at previous year CAT questions. So, let's start with the basics. A synonym is a word that has the same or nearly the same meaning as another word. Understanding synonyms is essential because it can help you improve your vocabulary and communication skills. Here are a few examples of synonyms. Happy and joyful. Both of these words express a feeling of happiness or contentment. While happy is a more general term, joyful implies a more intense feeling of happiness. Courageous and brave. These words both describe a person who is willing to face danger or difficulty. While courageous is a more formal term, brave is a more common word used to describe someone who is willing to face a challenge. Overall, synonyms are words that have similar meanings and can be used interchangeably in a given context. The examples given for synonyms are a fundamental definition, but in reality, the CAT exam presents more complex and challenging questions related to synonyms. These questions require a deeper understanding of context and usage, making them more difficult than the basic examples given. So let's look at some strategies to help you approach synonym-based questions in CAT. Read the question carefully and try to understand the context in which the word is being used. Understanding the context in which a word is being used is crucial when solving synonyms. Synonyms are words that have similar meanings, but they may not be interchangeable in all contexts. For example, the word spring can refer to a season, a mechanical device, or a source of water. Depending on the context, different synonyms may be more appropriate. When solving synonyms, it's important to read the entire sentence or passage to get a sense of the context in which the word is being used. This can help you identify the appropriate synonym that fits the context and conveys the intended meaning. Let's look at a question. Question: what is a synonym for the word rare in the following sentence? The diamond was so dashed that it sold for millions of dollars at the auction. A. Common. B. Scarce. C. Frequent. D. Soft. The correct answer is B. Scarce. In this context, rare means something that is uncommon, valuable, and in high demand. Scarce is a synonym of rare that means something is in short supply or not easily obtainable, which fits the context of the sentence. Option A, common, is the opposite of rare, and therefore not a synonym. Option C, frequent, is also an antonym of rare and does not have the same meaning. Option D, soft, is not related to the meaning of rare in this context. Therefore, the correct answer is option B, scarce, which is a synonym of rare in the context of the sentence. Identify the type of word you're dealing with: verb, adverb, noun, or adjective. When solving synonyms, it's important to understand the type of word you're working with, as different parts of speech have different functions in a sentence. For example, if you're looking for synonyms for a verb like run, you would want to look for other verbs that express a similar action or occurrence, example sprint, jog, race. If you're looking for synonyms for an adjective like happy, you would want to look for other adjectives that describe a similar feeling or mood, example joyful, content, elated. By understanding the different parts of speech, you can effectively identify and use synonyms in your writing or speech. Let's look at a question. Which of the following words is a synonym for happy, an adjective? A. Joy. B. Quickly. C. Laugh. D. Run. Correct answer is option A. Joy. The question asks for a synonym for the adjective happy. Option A. Joy is also an adjective that can mean feeling or expressing great pleasure or happiness. Option B. Quickly is an adverb that means at a fast speed or in a short time. Option C. Laugh is a verb that means to make the sound and movement of your face that shows you are happy or amused. Option D. Run is a verb that means to move quickly on foot. Look for clues in the surrounding words, phrases, or sentences that can help you identify the synonym. When trying to identify a synonym for a word, it's important to pay attention to the surrounding words, phrases, or sentences as they can provide helpful clues to determine the meaning of the word and find a suitable synonym. By paying close attention to the context in which a word is used, you can identify synonyms that are similar in meaning and use them effectively in your writing or speech. Let's take this question for example. The meaning of the word was dashed to everyone in the room. The definition was so clear you could understand it immediately. A. Ambiguous. B. Obscure. C. Lucid. D. Complicated. The correct answer is C. Lucid. The sentence provides clues that suggest that the word that fits in the blank should mean clear or easy to understand. The phrase "the definition was so clear you could understand it" immediately reinforces this idea. Options A and B, ambiguous and obscure, are antonyms of the meaning conveyed in the sentence. These words mean unclear or hard to understand. Option D, complicated, also goes against the meaning conveyed in the sentence, as it means complex or difficult. Therefore, the best answer for the blank is option C, lucid, which means clear and easy to understand. Use process of elimination and eliminate the options that don't fit the context or meaning. The process of elimination is a useful strategy when trying to solve synonyms because it allows you to narrow down the options and eliminate those that don't fit the context or meaning of the word you are trying to replace. To use the process of elimination, you should start by identifying the word you want to replace and then looking at the options provided. You should then read through each option and consider whether it fits the context or meaning of the original word. Let's look at this question. Which of the following is a synonym for excessive? A. Scant. B. Abundant. C. Limited. D. Modest. Answer is B. Abundant. To answer this question, we need to determine which of the options is a synonym for excessive. Option A, scant, means inadequate or not enough, so it can be eliminated. Option C, limited, means restricted or restrained, which is the opposite of excessive, so it can be eliminated. Option D, modest, means humble or moderate, which is the opposite of excessive, so it can be eliminated. That leaves us with option B, abundant, which means plentiful or in excess, making it the correct answer. These strategies can help you approach synonym-based questions with confidence and improve your chances of selecting the correct answer. Now, let's take a look at the most common types of synonym-based questions you will come across in CAT. Identifying the synonym of a given word. For example, question, choose the synonym of the word ennui from the options below. A. Excitement. B. Boredom. C. Confusion. D. Anger. The correct synonym for ennui is boredom, which is option B. Ennui refers to a sense of boredom or dissatisfaction that comes from a lack of interest or stimulation. It suggests a state of mind where a person feels disengaged, uninterested, and apathetic about the activities they are involved in. Boredom, on the other hand, also refers to a feeling of disinterest, lack of engagement, or monotony that arises when a person is not engaged in activities that are interesting or fulfilling to them. Option A, excitement, is the opposite of ennui, as it refers to a feeling of enthusiasm or arousal. Option C, confusion, refers to a state of being uncertain or perplexed, which is a different meaning than ennui. Option D, anger, refers to a feeling of strong displeasure or hostility, which is also a different meaning than ennui. Therefore, the best synonym for the word ennui from the given options is option B, boredom, as it is the closest in meaning to the feeling of weariness or dissatisfaction that ennui conveys. Choosing the word that is most similar in meaning to the given word from a list of options. For example, question: which word is most similar in meaning to the word jovial from the options below? A. Sullen. B. Grouchy. C. Cheerful. D. Irritable. Jovial is an adjective that describes a person who is friendly, outgoing, and in good spirits. It is often used to describe someone who is happy and full of energy. Cheerful is another adjective that describes a similar state of being, characterized by happiness, friendliness, and a positive outlook. In contrast, sullen and grouchy are antonyms of jovial, meaning that they are words with the opposite meaning, and describe someone who is grumpy or unfriendly. Irritable is also an antonym of jovial, as it describes someone who is easily annoyed or angered. Therefore, the correct answer to the question is option C, cheerful. Completing a sentence with a suitable synonym from the options given. For example, question: the dash building towered over the smaller buildings in the city. A. Small. B. Huge. C. Tiny. D. Insignificant. The suitable synonym for the word large in this sentence is option B, huge. This is because the sentence is describing a building that is towering over smaller buildings in the city, which implies that it is significantly larger than them. Huge is a synonym of large that specifically conveys a sense of great size or magnitude, making it the best option to complete the sentence in a meaningful way. Options A, C, and D, small, tiny, and insignificant, all convey the opposite meaning of large and would not make sense in the context of the sentence. Therefore, they can be eliminated as possible answers. Now that we know the most common types of questions, let's move on to synonyms and importance of understanding word types. When it comes to synonym-based questions, it's crucial to pay attention to the type of word you're dealing with. Language consists of 4 major word categories: nouns, verbs, adjectives, and adverbs. These categories have unique functions and play a crucial role in communication. Nouns. Nouns are words that refer to people, places, things, or ideas. Examples of nouns include dog, car, book, happiness, and John. Nouns can be categorized as proper nouns or common nouns. Verbs. Verbs are words that describe an action or state of being. Examples of verbs include run, eat, sleep, write, and be. Verbs can be categorized as action verbs or linking verbs. Adjectives. Adjectives are words that describe or modify nouns or pronouns. Examples of adjectives include red, happy, tall, delicious, and smart. Adjectives can be categorized as descriptive adjectives or limiting adjectives. Adverbs. Adverbs are words that describe or modify verbs, adjectives, or other adverbs. Examples of adverbs include quickly, happily, very, extremely, and well. Adverbs can be categorized as manner adverbs, time adverbs, place adverbs, or degree adverbs. If the word in question is a verb, its synonym will most likely also be a verb. Similarly, if the word in question is an adverb, its synonym will also be an adverb. The same holds true for nouns and adjectives. For example, question: choose the synonym of the word quickly from the options below. A. Fast. B. Rapidly. C. Hurry. D. Swiftness. The synonym of the word quickly in this sentence is option B, rapidly. This is because rapidly is an adverb that describes the speed at which something is happening, just like quickly. Both rapidly and quickly are adverbs that modify the verb in the sentence, indicating the manner in which the action is being performed. Option A, fast, is also a synonym of quickly, but it is an adjective that describes a quality of the noun, not the verb. Therefore, it is not the best choice in this context. Option C, hurry, is a verb that describes the act of moving quickly or doing something quickly, but it is not a synonym of quickly itself. Option D, swiftness, is a noun that refers to the quality of being fast or quick, but it is not an adverb that can be used to modify a verb in the same way that quickly or rapidly can. Therefore, option B, rapidly, is the best synonym of quickly in this context. Knowing the type of word you're dealing with and matching it with its synonym type can help you narrow down your options and improve your chances of selecting the correct answer. Now, let's look at some previous year CAT questions on synonyms. This was asked in CAT 2019 question. Identify the synonym of the word obviate from the given sentence. The new irrigation scheme will obviate the need for any farmer to depend on rain for their crops. A. Encourage. B. Prohibit. C. Prevent. D. Encumber. The synonym of the word obviate in this sentence is option C. Prevent. This is because obviate means to avoid or prevent something, and in this sentence, it is being used to describe how the new irrigation scheme will prevent farmers from having to depend on rain for their crops. Option A, encourage, is the opposite of obviate and does not fit the context of the sentence. Encouraging something would be encouraging farmers to depend on rain, which is not what the sentence is saying. Option B, prohibit, means to forbid or prevent something, but it does not fit the context of the sentence. The sentence is not saying that the irrigation scheme will forbid or prohibit farmers from depending on rain, but rather that it will make it unnecessary. Option D, encumber, means to burden or weigh down, and it is not a synonym of obviate. In fact, it is the opposite of what is happening in the sentence. The new irrigation scheme is relieving farmers of the burden of depending on rain, not adding to it. Therefore, option C, prevent, is the best synonym of obviate in this context, as it accurately captures the meaning of avoiding or preventing something. Another question asked in CAT 2016, identify the synonym of the word pulchritude. A. Beauty. B. Ugliness. C. Disgust. D. Charm. The synonym of the word pulchritude is option A. Beauty. This is because pulchritude is a noun that means physical beauty or attractiveness, and beauty is a synonym that carries the same meaning. Option B, ugliness, means the opposite of pulchritude and does not fit the context of the sentence. Option C, disgust, means a strong feeling of dislike or aversion, and it is not related to the concept of physical beauty. Option D, charm, means a pleasant or attractive quality, but it is not an exact synonym of pulchritude. Therefore, option A, beauty, is the best synonym of pulchritude in this context. Final question of the day asked in CAT 2015, choose the synonym of the phrase to keep at bay. A. To keep in check. B. To keep in custody. C. To keep in abeyance. D. To keep at hand. The synonym of the phrase to keep at bay is option A, to keep in check. This is because to keep at bay means to prevent something or someone from coming too close or causing harm, and to keep in check means to control or restrain something or someone to prevent it from getting out of control. Both phrases imply a sense of control or prevention. Option B, to keep in custody, means to hold someone in detention or imprisonment, and it is not a synonym of to keep at bay. Option C, to keep in abeyance, means to hold or keep something in a state of temporary suspension or delay, and it is not related to the idea of preventing something from getting too close or causing harm. Option D, to keep at hand, means to keep something within reach or readily available, and it does not fit the context of preventing something or someone from causing harm. Therefore, option A, to keep in check, is the best synonym of to keep at bay in this context, as it accurately captures the idea of controlling or restraining something to prevent it from causing harm. To summarize, synonym-based questions are an important part of the VARC section in CAT, and mastering them can significantly improve your overall score. Remember to approach these questions strategically by reading the question carefully, identifying the type of word, and using context clues. However, simply memorizing a few synonyms won't cut it. To truly harness the power of synonyms, we must practice and develop a deep understanding of the words we use. By doing so, we can confidently select the perfect word to convey our intended meaning and avoid dull and repetitive language. Edurev offers a wide range of resources such as books, online practice tests, and word lists to help you build your vocabulary and improve your understanding of word types. Thank you for joining us today, and we wish you the best of luck in your CAT 2023 journey. Keep working hard, stay consistent with your preparation, and remember that Edurev is always here to help you achieve your dreams.